your stamps.
Okay, she's going to do the Goosebumps here.
I'm going to apply it with the sponge dauber right directly to my stamp. This works as a resist, so I just apply it right on there. Stamp it right into the paper, and then it will dry in just a couple seconds or so. It really dries quickly.
And that's water-based?
It is a water-based, and just for to speed up the process, I'm just going to heat set it a little bit.
It doesn't expand it or anything?
Nope, it doesn't do anything to it. It just dries it a little quicker. It dries rather quick. I'm going to take a couple different colors of the Memento dewdrops, and I'm just going to start coloring a little bit, and you'll see the resist as it starts to show up. And then I'm just going to take a paper towel and wipe off the excess. And that's how it works as a resist. Now you can also take this spray if you want to have a texture over the top of it, and you just give it a couple sprays. And again, it dries rather quickly. I'll just heat set it for time so that you can see the finished product. And it gives a texture to the whole thing. So now I've used my Goosebumps as used it twice. I used it as a resist, and I also sprayed it over to give it a texture.
Okay, so it just, that's what made this...
made it texture. I sprayed it with the fireworks, which gave it the shimmer.
That's what I wanted him to see.
Oh, the fireworks over the top? I can do it again.
All right. Now, if you wanted to do this only a lighter, in other words, not such intense, what would you do if you wanted it to be lighter?
You can use lighter inks. It just doesn't show up quite as well because you're using it as a resist. So you want what is resisted to really show up. So the darker the color, the better it shows up. It resists. So I will just do it one more time. Just use the dauber, the Goosebumps, applying it directly to the stamp, right to the paper.
This time, try to put your colors on. You would probably just not press as hard as how you would get a lighter color, I would assume.
See, when you do it in a lighter, it just doesn't quite show up quite as much.
No, what I'm interested in is being able to blend with
the different colors?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, you can. You can add... Let's see what other colors I got.
And these are water-based, right?
They are water-based, yep.
I like that one.
Now, if these dry out a little bit, you just spritz water on them and bring them back?
No, we have refills for them. You just add a little bit of the refill ink to it.
No, I mean if you leave the top off too long or something?
No, you would just, again, add the refill ink.
I see.
I think what would happen if you tried to do that is you would end up with water spots in there. So it'd be better just to add the refills to it himself.
See, those colors are kind of gently drifting together, and I mean, can you imagine what we could do to design just, you know, a feel to something?
I love it.
See, that'll work. That'll definitely work.
I love it.
And you're not worried about contaminating one of these versus the other. I mean, you're just going right over the top.
Right, because it dries almost instantly because it is water-based. And I'm just going to rub off any excess.
Right on that paper.
See, these are going to make more sense to me than the
big
pads.
pads.
See, that's what I wanted to find out.
Now I'm going to give it a little spray with a shimmer spritz.
This is what brings it to life to me.
You just like pink.
No, it's not. It's the shimmer. It's the blend.
And it adds just a little bit of shimmer to it.
It's the whole...
Okay, so you're doing it to get the iridescence. Is that what you're looking for?
Well, just wanted a little bit of the glitz to it.
Yeah.
And then to add the more texture again, I'll just spray the
There
the
you go.
Goosebumps
It's
one more
the
time.
whole, like that lady
And this
said,
really
it's
kind of
the
gives it a
whole-
little bit more of a glossy effect too.
All right. All
And
right.
it adds
And
the
if we're
texture
gonna
as
teach
well.
technique on the globes,
Yeah,
you want
all right.
that whole
All
layer
right.
effect.
Then what we'll do is you can get that. I'll get all these.
Okay.
Let's do that way. And then this. Now we'll get this too.
Now, a couple things that you want to remember when you use the Goosebumps. It will clog. When you're done using it for the day or the time period that you've used it, take this applicator out and rinse it through with
Wash
some
it.
warm water.
Okay.
Yep, and then just put it right back in and you're good to go.
Okay.
Same thing with this. When you're done using it, go wash it out with a little warm water.
If
You're
it
good to
didn't
go
have the
again.
stuff in it that caused it to clog, it wouldn't do what it's doing.
Exactly,
would it?
exactly. And then what I told you with the stamp, after the first couple times, it builds up on it, and you can just peel it right off. Just
She said
comes
don't
right
clean it. Let it just keep building up. And it's like when you were a kid and you put glue on your hands and
You
you
just
peeled
peel it
off,
right off.
It'll just come
Yep.
right up.
Now, does this stuff come in this type of bottle?
No, we sell the bottle with the applicator
Gotcha. Okay.
separate from
All right.
this.
Well, we'll need